Hey guys, I wanted to take a minute to show you the difference between what is called a SimPath and a SimBook. So in the first word module, for example, you have a SimPath that's listed here under graded assignments, and then there's also a SimBook. And there are similar things. This is in the CIS 120 class, but this same explanation applies no matter what CIS class you're taking. Because all of them have these similar types of assignments. So first of all, the SimBook, this is simply a link to a chapter in your textbook. It is not graded. It does show up as an assignment, so you might see it in the grade book in Canvas, but there isn't any grade weight attached to it, so you do not have to complete it. It's simply there as a resource. So it might be a little confusing that it looks like an assignment, but the due date should be well after your semester has ended, and it's just there so that you can go back and look at it anytime. So I'm going to go into this one. So here's the Word Chapter 1 SimBook. So this is simply a Chapter 1 link to this textbook. So if you go over here to the table of contents on the left, you'll see all the different topics, and the same content that is in here is used to build your SimPath exercise. So we'll look at that as well in a minute. But if we look at this first one, for example, here's some explanation about how to do this thing, and then you see the show me, guide me, let me try. So this is just here as a resource. Now, if we go back to the module where we were looking at this, so that was the textbook chapter. And now let's look at this SimPath for that same chapter. So in the SimPath, you have to take a pretest, then take a lesson, and then take a post-test. The pretest is simply questions that are similar to what is covered in the lesson, but it's a chance for you to say how much you know of this lesson that you're about to take. So theoretically, if you made a 100 on the pretest, then you would not need to take a lesson, and there would be no post-test. But even I have never made 100 on a pretest because I'm usually rushing through it. So I missed something. Whatever you miss in the pretest, that's what your lesson will be based on. So the lesson is simply the portions of that textbook chapter that I just showed to you. It's the portions of that that correspond to the things you missed in the pretest. So the lesson is going to be tailored to you, tailored to what you need to cover based on what you missed in the pretest. All right, so you'll complete the lesson, and there are let me try exercises in the lesson. You have to do all of those in order to unlock the post-test. And when you have completed the lesson and you're ready to take your post-test, then you will have 3 attempts at the post-test, and there is unlimited time on this. And part of the reason is so that as you're taking that post-test, if you realize then, oh no, I still don't remember how to do this thing, you can go back to that textbook chapter and refresh your memory of how to do it, or you can Google, you can do whatever is needed to help you get through that post-test and be successful. So I hope that that helps explain the difference between those two things. Like I said before, in each module, there are likely to be some chapters from the textbook and a SimPath and then some projects. So the only things that will affect your grade are listed here under graded assignments. Everything else you see in the module is just there to be a helpful resource to you. If you need help or have questions at any time, don't hesitate to reach out to your instructor.